You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thanks so much for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Annalisa Gale.
And I'm Mark Hall.
Well, we begin with a live look outside as showers and storms bubble up on your Wednesday afternoon. This is just ahead of Tropical Storm Debbie approaching our region.
Yeah, meteorologist Damon Madsen joins us now with the timeline of these storms.
Yeah, Damon, we got some rain today, but Debbie really, was the star of the show today.
Yes, everybody's watching Debbie closely as she begins to make her way north as we go over the next day or so. But here's the thing. We are already getting rainfall out there here today as we have some showers and storms bubbling up. This is not from Debbie. However, this is from a stalled front, the same front that produced some very heavy rainfall and storms across our northern counties yesterday. It's been draped over the DMV, and this afternoon we've had a lot of activity across southern Maryland, down toward the Fredericksburg area, and even out toward the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. We have a heavier downpour that is just pushing through parts of the district back toward Arlington at this moment, and there is some heavier rainfall now moving slowly north out of Charles County into southern Prince George's and Fairfax counties as well. And all of these sporadic showers and storms, they will continue as we go throughout the rest of the evening. So keep the umbrellas handy. This soggy weather is sort of a precursor to Debbie then arriving on Thursday and then ramping up, especially Thursday night into Friday. That has already prompted this flood watch that is in effect back across the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Shenandoah Valley, the Allegheny Front from Thursday afternoon through Friday night. So Debbie is on its way here, and as we move forward with that, what are the latest updates as that tropical system arrives? We'll have those answers coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thanks so much. Well, right now, preparations for Tropical Storm Debbie continues throughout the DMV.
Maryland in a state of preparedness. Virginia is in a state of emergency this afternoon. And right now, areas prone to flooding like Old Town Alexandria are on alert as the storm moves closer.
Yeah, DC News Now's Randy Bass joining us live now with how residents there are getting ready. Randy.
Yeah, the city of Alexandria is handing out sandbags here on Quaker Lane this afternoon. They'll be here till about 7 o'clock. We found a few neighbors and business owners who stopped by to grab a few freebies throughout the day. But the sandbags, coming to grab them, that's a pre-storm ritual Alexandria knows too well. Keeping floodwaters out as river levels rise along the waterfront. The city of Alexandria ready to arm its residents against the storm with sandbags. It's nothing new for longtime neighbors.
We've had a lot worse. We've had actually hurricanes hit here. We've been here 45 years, and we're going to have some flooding.
A lot of storefronts sit around one of the neighborhood's flood-prone areas.
I live in Old Town, and there is frequently a flooding problem down here on Union Street.
At the busy King Street intersection, Starbucks has their sandbags ready. Across the street, Mia's Italian Kitchen getting prepared too.
It makes me concerned for the businesses that are down on this end of Union and how that impacts them.
It does affect getting out and around here, especially the retail stores here. They lose business during that time, and hopefully, they can keep the water out of the stores.
Yes, definitely a busy day in Alexandria as people are getting ready to face the potential impacts of Tropical Storm Debbie later on this week. A lot of those sandbags just kind of sitting out and about at the ready, but not necessarily in place. We could see those sandbags start to go into place here over the next 24, 48 hours as that storm starts to get closer. And again, here on Quaker Lane, if you need some of those sandbags, they're on a first-come, first-served basis. Shouldn't be a problem, though. There are dozens still here ready for you in case you need them. Again, they'll be here on Quaker Lane till 7 p.m., so swing by and grab a few if you need them. Live in Alexandria, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. And right now, Virginia State Police are encouraging people to plan ahead for Debbie by postponing travel plans and avoiding driving during this storm. And if you must travel, VSP is reminding drivers to use headlights, avoid driving through standing water, and to keep a safe distance between you and the next car.
Well, in D.C., preparations are also underway. The district's Emergency Operations Center will be staffed over the next few days to respond to Debbie. At DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg is live in Southeast. Daniel, you just talked with the director of DC's Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency.
Yeah, Mark, says they are prepared for whatever comes their way, as we know that there has been a drought throughout the area. So the concern is that all of that water won't be really permeating the ground. But the director, Clint Osborne of HSEMA, says that they will be staffed, and they think that over the next couple of days that there will be rainfall making the ground more saturated again. But they are keeping an eye on specifically urban and inland flooding here in the district, as well as trees down and power lines down with gusty winds. They're going to watch for areas heavily built up and low-lying areas. He encourages people to sign up for emergency alerts at alert.dc.gov and report any problem areas before and after the storm.
We always want our residents calling 311. They can do that when you identify a blocked storm drain before a storm. The earlier the better. We track all those and we dispatch teams out to clean those. And then after the storm, reporting trees down, power lines down, things like that.
And I did also talk with officials in Montgomery County, Maryland, as well. They are also monitoring this storm, saying that they have several flood gauges throughout the area in flood-prone areas so that they can try to shut down roads if necessary and, of course, respond to flooding. This is a big regional effort coordinating in case of this damage, especially those high winds are a big concern. We're live in Southeast. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. And when we're not on air, you can track all Debbie-related updates by scanning that QR code right there on your screen, or just head to our website at dcnewsnow.com/weather.
Developing right now, testimony continues in the murder trial for Jason Lewis.
Now, the former D.C. Parks employee is charged in the January 2023 shooting death of Karan Blake.
The 13-year-old died after being shot by Lewis on January 7th outside of his home on Quincy Street Northeast.
Prosecutors claim Lewis shot Blake because he and others tried to break into cars.
Lewis is believed to have fired his gun 3 times. He's facing several charges, including second-degree murder and 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon.
DC News Now's Dave Laval is in the courtroom and will join us later with a recap on that. And an update now out of Northern Virginia. Crews are almost done cleaning up a water main break in Alexandria. Water began flowing in the area last night along Duke Street near Quaker Lane. We're told traffic should be moving smoothly again in both directions.
American University student is charged with voyeurism. 19-year-old Chris Emmanuel Estrada was arrested last week. He's accused of filming someone inside of a men's restroom at the Bender Library on campus. The incident happened in July, according to court documents. In the statement, American University says that they reached out to the student leaders to brainstorm ways to better protect privacy on campus.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and right now results from Prince George's County special election for the at-large council seat are now being counted. So far, Democrat and County Council Chair Jolene Ivey is in the lead on the Democratic ticket, and among the Republicans, former Prince George's County Detective Michael Riker is leading with 47% of the votes there. The special election this week comes after Mel Franklin stepped down last month in light of embezzlement charges. Those in the county hope that whoever wins this election will help at-risk communities, especially the elderly.
Concern for our elderly because many of us who are living on Social Security. So when we select a leader, our leaders should be about protection of the people, because that's why they are elected.
More votes will be counted tomorrow, according to the Board of Elections.
Well, 3 suburbs in Maryland and Virginia rank in the top 10 safest suburbs in 2024. Personal finance website Smart Asset reviewed 360 suburbs across the U.S. and analyzed them based on factors such as violent and property crime rates. Now, Bethesda ranks second on the list, with Rockville and Great Falls close behind at 4th and 5th. The top spot went to an area outside of Salt Lake City, Utah.
In the district now, Exposure DC Wheels is hosting a skateboarding block party with USA Skateboarding.
Yeah, it's happening right now on T Street and goes until 7:30 tonight, and it's free.
Now, there will be giveaways and prizes, food, music, and art, and you can participate in skateboarding clinics along with the USA skateboarding team there. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Can you skateboard?
No, it's something I have always wanted to get a handle on, but no luck.
I tried it, didn't go well at all.
I don't want to break anything, but it looks fun.
Close call.
Yes, I hear you. Well, still